Alright, this is my second attempt, and I'm not going to try to hurry, but I just want to at least be efficient. I want to give a sort of a tour without touch to my display box, as many of you have heard me mention, and give you an idea of some of the stuff and how much stuff can fit in here. I think there's over 500 pieces just organized in here. Back here, and it's snowing outside, and I got snow on the ground in North Carolina. It's just crazy. Back here, I have some, of course, great scrapers, keeping some great quality showpieces, and you're going to see a lot of pieces and parts, but they're all whole. I mean, if you were to pull them outside, you'd pull a full piece. So that's what's really cool about this tour. You're going to see a lot of ears, a lot of tips, a lot of edges, a lot of whole pieces. But in this case, in this display, they're all full. If I can figure out a way to hold this camera and get down in this box, it'll be a lot of fun just to look around a little bit. If my focus and everything is working. Some quartz pieces down here. And the pieces in this box down here in the bottom are just too big to put in the bigger compartments up here. So I got to keep my mind frame while I'm looking and filming here and trying to keep in focus for everybody, just to give them a good look. Look at these pieces. A tour without a touch, right? And going through here just makes you want to touch them. And I'm going to try not to too much. I'm trying to just go through and give a real good, succinct tour of how they're all lined out in here. Look at this piece. Holy smoke. Right? Some great big quartz stuff in North Carolina here. And these pieces, for those of you who are tuning in, and I know I have new subscribers and I thank you and everything. Oh, I gotta move a stool here. There we go. Are all from eastern North Carolina. Just great stuff. And this is a real experiment to see if it's even possible to film as I want to into this box. Really big piece right here. Sort of a capena look on this. Quartz variations. And a lot of you have posted some videos that are, excuse me for this camera work. I'm trying to give you a decent tour of it. And the videos are, I'm going back down in. Look at these. Longer. 10 minutes or what have you, Flint's ball. And if it's Brooksy, I mean, you might find a 24-minute video. So I'm going to try to do my best to get it in there and show you what's in this box and how I keep it all, because I think it's really cool. It just works. And these are full pieces, and you guys are good at putting little pieces and parts together. You can believe me that the other side of these pieces are just the same and nice. That's what I keep in the display here. And maybe some rougher pieces, but these are all personal favorites for lots of reasons, and you might be able to put it together when you see them as well. If I can keep my crazy camera work, which at the bottom, this is going to be the hardest part if I can get out of here good. I'll be happy for it. And I have, through the years, this is only 3 years that you're going to see. This is, to me, rewarding, as we all know when we're collecting. 3 years worth of stuff. And just some different variations. What do we got here? Down here, if I don't go upside down with it. Okay, that's a good position. Look at these pieces. Here, a lot of these, I believe, sort of diamond points right there, and some longer Guilfords on the backside there. But just stacked in there. Really great stuff. It's hard to get down in here and just get a good look at it, but I thought it'd be fun, especially with the snow and the cold. Why not? School for my family and boys and everything have been canceled today and will be canceled tomorrow. We're having some winter, that's for sure. Look at these points. And these are bigger ones down at the bottom. They will not fit in the bins that we're going to look at in a second. And I'm keeping an eye on my time. This might be the longest video I've ever posted, but I just want to give those of you who've heard about, where I keep all this stuff and everything, a look for the fun of it, right? An honest look at it all, without getting involved in sort of flipping it and looking at it. It's good stuff, and big stuff. What do we got down here? And I know it's hard to see down there. It's hard to hold it right now. And then we're going to go back up top and find out the best place to start. Whew. And that's everything down the bottom, including that banner stone down there. But now let's go right through these bins. And this is a 7 trade. Thank you for those who are tuning in who haven't seen it before. I don't even want to stand up, but trust me, this is a 7 trade tackle box, stacked with stellar, to me, perfect artifacts. I mean, they're not broken. These are nice. Thinking here, that's little LaCroix, and I don't know all the names, but just some stellar pieces. As you can see in each bin, it'd be great to go through, and they hold quite a few. Some of these bins even hold up to 20 or more points. It's nice. Just utility stuff down across these little bottom bins. Some fun stuff to look at if we can get in there and get a good look with the focus. And that's what you have great across the bottom there. And then there's a couple bigger utility bins. The middle one holds points that are all very similar. Very much like that. We can see them at all. And here's some tools for you. Yep. Drills and sugar quartz and rhyolite. Varieties of scrapers, different color scrapers, game ball in there, sugar quartz scrapers, triangle thumb scrapers, crystal scrapers. Fun bin there. And then this one is sweet varieties of all sugar quartz in this bin. And like if you were to pull one of these, you would find that every single piece that we're looking at here is full. And it goes back in there. You can see these sugar quartz back in there. I mean, I'm seeing pieces I'd like to pull out and show you closer, but I just wanted to sort of give a tour without a touch and get you acquainted with this. And then I have a big utility bin for quartz. Really good pieces here. Driving anybody crazy yet? Now when we're out hunting, we see all these pieces. We see ears and bases and tips. And if they all led to points like this, it'd be awesome. Away from broken stuff, right? But I have my place for broken stuff. We all do, and we appreciate it. But this is just the display case that I keep. I can come in here and really start checking pieces out and keeping them and admiring them. I think I got a crystal Guilford right there. And in the middle, more quality crystal stuff. Probably all the way into the back of that one. And then in pieces in here are just a little bit older, I think. Maybe not. Same variety of rock, sort of old rhyolite and what have you. Now going up to the top. Marl Mountain bin. Some sweet quartz. Serrated. I mean, these ones are holding about 10 to 15 points per bin. And there's still room to slide things in there, you know, and to have some more points. But these are all perfectly awesome points to me. This quartz. I mean, really, look at what they can do with the quartz. Look at this piece right here. Right across the top of the quartz. I'm telling myself to go ahead and just take the time, and if it doesn't work, I'll delete the whole video. It doesn't matter. Some people want to just turn a cold evening and just have a great tour, some great artifacts, and check out the different variations here in North Carolina. Look at this piece. And then there's a bin right here. See if I can get my focus working. Hang on a second. There we go. Look at this bin. Super bin of smokers right here. Just look at these pieces. Eastern North Carolina, and I never could have imagined. I mean, I went to college here. I didn't even think about this stuff. I grew up and spent time living with the Navajo, and it just didn't cross my mind that the artifacts of their ancestors would be all over the place. Just didn't cross my mind. That's a smoking bin right there. Love that. Now let me jump over here. Another bin of smokers right up on top. Handle these ones on top first. Banded rhyolite. I don't know if my light's working. Ugh. And you know, it's sort of rewarding to me now, after spending time living with the Navajo and getting acquainted with the North American Indian before I even collected artifacts, to see that I can find what their lineage, what their bloodline used to hunt and harvest their own food. Look at this Guilford Yuma. Just some great pieces, right? Bin after bin of smokers, I'm telling you what. I mean, when you see the whole box, I don't know if my light's working. It gets overwhelming in a way. And I'm just sort of trying to let the points speak for themselves as I get a tour going on here. Variations. In this material, I just put sort of variated material in here that's uniquely different. I even have a bin for really small quartz work. Look at some of this stuff. I see my time's getting a little longer. But there is hundreds of points in this display. Of course, this is my point for small smokers, my bin for it. Every piece is whole. More quartz that is just incredible work right here on these points. Another bin for small points. Lots of them fit in there. I mean, there's like 20 or 30 great small pieces in those bins. Whew. This light, hang on. And then medium points in these bins down here. And they're all, I mean to tell you, they're all sharp points. Not sharp as in literal, but I mean just good looking stuff in terms of artifacts. Just so thankful. And I mean, I'm amazed. I don't even know where it all came from. I don't even know how I collected it all. Some of you might look at your stuff and say the same thing. It's really wild. Look at some of this stuff. Get a good look back into these bins. There's plenty, just as much beneath these layers. Some big quartz variety here. Rhyolite, variations of it. Just some nice stuff, huh? If you love artifacts, this video will be just fine for you. And they rest quietly and safely in here. Nobody gets to see this. I don't even think I've shown a living soul this. Now, I've showed my cousin, and I think I've showed my parents here or there. And they were